Alright guys, today here we have the HDR 68 from Umarex. We're going to be testing out less lethal ballistics smashers, the round balls. What I have here now is the yellow starred ones. There's these almond colored star ones and the blue colored. As you can see, there's XXL, and then there's XL, and then there's the standard ones, the normal size. So we got three different bore sizes. I weighed them all. They're about, each one of them, they're about 8.6 grams they weigh. But, yeah, I had them in I had my HDR 68 with the Home Defense 24 tuning barrel in, but the XXL ones would not fit in. I mean, they would, but you have to ram them through to get them out, so it's just way too much friction. So, in order to test all three of them, I have an HDB 68. So basically, it's a stock Umarex. It matches the stock Umarex HDR barrel that comes with this gun. So they both come from the stock. So this is basically a stock HDB. It's the same. It's about a 688 bore. It takes everything. Anything you can put in this, it'll take. Except for the 22 gram steel bearings. It will not accept those ones. So yeah, I've already tried the XLs. They go in here nice, kind of like the Z-Rams and the Jewels. They have a nice fit. But anyways, yeah, let's check them out, guys. I'm only going to be using 800 PSI HPA. Yeah, so I got this big old tank here. This is a great big... Oh, I can't even remember which... 23 CI, or I believe it is. But, yeah, it's ridiculously long, but it's just... I don't want... Like, this gun's an air hog, so I don't want to run out of air halfway through and then have to keep switching it, so I just put the ridiculous tank on. That's more better on, like, a side-mounted HDB. I just did a crazy HDB video with SodaStream CO2, starting at 75 joules. We got around 98 shots, and still able to degas quite a bit. But, yeah, so I'm just shooting down that trap down there. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy on an HDB. You get lots of shots and really good power. Okay, let me just set this up. We're going to be starting out just the standard ones first, the smaller diameter ones. I'm expecting, because the smaller the ball, I'm expecting slightly less numbers. So we're going to check a good, this is going to be a good bore test. 3 different sizes, all the same weight. It's amazing how he kept them the same weight and have a different bore size. Like, you'd think you'd have to shave some material off and then add some kind of like metal powder in to make up for the difference. But yeah, it's interesting how they got that. Okay, so crony on. Oh, let me get the tank. I'm just shooting down that Kevlar trap. It's just a 50 gallon. Sorry, a 50-gallon drum. And it's got just Kevlar hanging in it across the threaded rod I got in there. So yeah, I'm just going to delete the shot string here. And then we'll gas her up. Alright. Oh. 384. All right, so let's switch it up to the next ammo. See, this mag here I got, it's actually modified for, if you can see right here, I got these guards on. It stops air from blowing out, but it's modified for, I make these shotgun shells for the magazines. But So I had to file this mag down. It's really smooth. These ones are normal mags, so they might be a little tighter. So now we're going to do the XX, or sorry, just the extra large ones. Okay, so, yeah, these are really tight in there. So 378, slightly higher, slightly bigger bore. 371, so back down. 363. 368. 374. So we got slightly higher as they get up. But then again, markers vary, right? Every shot and pressure varies. Like, you're not going to get all 5 shots in the magazine to be the exact same FPS. Some are going to be higher, some are going to be lower. It's hard to vary the differences between the bore sizes and that. Like, when there's so many fluctuations, it's hard to get like a high accurate, but those two 374s should be a kind of an indicator that we are getting a little bit more of a boost from the larger bore. Okay. Hold on a second here. There we go. Alright, so these are the XXLs now. That come back. 380, so we're pushing higher, even again with the higher bores. 390, so there we go. Bigger bore matched. Back down again. We still got 2 higher numbers, so it's an indicator that we are getting higher. That 90 is a good number too, so 357. We're getting down in pressure, but we're still above. So that was just a big drop. Alright, we're empty there. Yeah, okay. There you have it. Let's just degas this. See, it's this big, ugly setup I got here. But look, the size of the tank is like the size of the... It's bigger than the marker in the barrel. But yeah. We'll just degas this. Turn the laser off. Boom. Yeah, so we can see here, I got these I added in, so that way it just stops any leakage coming out. It's pressed right up against the mags, and these mags are really tight pulling the trigger. I had to file one down for my shotgun shells, because that way none of the paper was blowing out of the other mags. All the pressure was coming out and blowing my BBs out and on the other mags before they got shot, so this was just a little solution for it. So I keep this one specifically for shotgun shells. By the way, guys, this is the one that I tapped. Here, let me get you up on the stand. This is the one that I tapped here for the valve. I put the set screws in. It's a crimped valve, so yeah, it's been going good. It seems to be, I don't know, maybe around 2 years or so, give or take. I shoot shotgun shells a lot in this one, so, and plus I shoot everything. I shoot arrows out of it. And it's still kicking on 1100 psi, but today we only used 800. Looked like we got some pretty decent numbers for 800 psi. Here, I'm gonna go crunch those. So you guys all seen the numbers. I'm just gonna give you like a high of what we got. So 390. Obviously, we got our lowest numbers with the smaller diameter, and then as we went up, it increased. So that's just proof that bore matching, it does help. I mean, you can't tell the fluctuating numbers from the HPA or the CO2, whatever air source you're using. Numbers fluctuate. So different bore sizes will give you different fluctuations. So Yeah, so it's hard to get a really accurate reading, but we do get a good indicator that we are getting higher numbers every time we change the bore up. So now, if we had a stable marker, like a tank or air source that was just constantly stable, every shot you blew was like, say, like a perfect 380 FPS, 380, 380, 380, 380, 380 every shot, then we would get a more accurate reading. But unfortunately, you can't, right? So, I mean, getting hit, there's not, actually, there is. I can't say that, man, because when I got hit with 30, sorry, when I got hit with 25, then 30, yeah, no, it wasn't much. 30 and the 25 still hurt. But that 38 was, oh, it was night and day different from both of those. But, yeah, so what did I say, 490? I know, 390? So, I'm just checking the FPS. So, 8.6 at 3. Yeah, so we got 60.44 joules. So, yeah, that's perfect. I wouldn't want to go any higher than that with round balls. So yeah, all them other shots would be just slightly lower, like maybe 57, 58. Who knows, maybe as low as 55. I'm not counting all those numbers, I'm just giving you an estimate. They're all going to be right around the same. I mean, 2 or 3 joules difference, the pain is still pretty much the same. Once you start hitting like increments of, I don't know, 8 and then 10 and stuff like that, yeah, that's big difference of joules and FPS and stuff. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Smashers, less lethal, ballistics.com. Like I said, if I remember, I have the link in the description, but you can check all the other videos. Just punch that into the search bar. I will put the link in. Yeah, guys, this is just a standard, normal, modified, but it's just an HDR68 that I removed the valve lock from. And I tapped the valve too, which is not necessary today because all the valves now are threaded on these. They're threaded and crimped. Yeah, this is an HDV 68 barrel I got in here, so it goes all the way down to the end. It's a one-piece barrel. You just have to do a little modding right here and spin it, and just kind of grind a gash into it. Those if you know, open up the marker, you'll see what I mean. It's just like a latching point where your spring goes to. So yeah, guys, y'all stay safe and take care, guys, as always.